So what books do I like personally? Honestly, all sorts of books. If I look at my library, which this is not my library, this is just a small section of it, I have everything ranging from historical books, historical fiction, to normal fiction, to young adult, to kids books. I have books on plants and plant remedies. I have books on mathematics and chemistry. I love books for all different reasons. It could be just that I get super interested in a very niche topic for a very small amount of time. Or it could just be that this is my comfort section, this is my comfort book, and my comfort genre. But if I'm looking back at me in general, I would say I typically go for young adult romance, young adult coming of age, dystopian, and fantasy. Some of my favorite series is definitely like the Hush Hush series, the Halo, Hades and Heaven series. I was really big into the Angels in high school, which those are still some of my go-to books. Like even as an adult, like if I'm having like a rough week, I might go read one of those, even though I've read them like 100 times. I loved the Percy Jackson series growing up. Like I was growing up as they were coming out. And then they had the spin-off series with the Romans, and they had the Egyptian. I was following along with all of them. So now that it's a TV show, heck yeah, you know that I'm watching it too. I obviously loved Harry Potter growing up. Once again, every Christmas I got a new Harry Potter book, and I was so excited. I was a Twilight girl. I can remember asking for those for Christmas and going to the midnight showing of New Moon with my best friend at the time, and oh yeah, I loved them growing up. I have loved all the dystopians with the Hunger Games and Divergent series, with the Fifth Wave. Like, I have always loved just all over the place. I loved Anne Rinaldi books with historical fiction. I loved reading in on topics that I wish I knew more about. Like, at one point I decided I wanted to tan my own hides, and so I was reading books on that. And then the next week I decided I wanted to make my own natural herbal remedies, and I was researching on that. Books have an amazing place in this world where they can transport you to an entire new world, or they can just tell you more about a topic that you want to know more about. I love that there is always a place in the world for books. No matter what your topic is, there's a place in this world for it. I was recently at an author's fest, and there was around 40 of us authors there, and it was so cool to get to see all the different areas that our books covered. A couple tables down there was devotionals. Then you had mine that were fiction. The table right beside me was books on like grieving and loss. There was books on definitely some sort of interesting supernatural type vibe. Like, there was all over the place, and we covered all sorts of genres. And just because I might not be interested in reading about something specific on some topic doesn't mean that my neighbor down the road isn't. I love that people can write about anything and share all sorts of things in life, and that there's a place for all of that. I absolutely adore that. And I hope that there's a place in the world for my books. And even if just one person finds joy out of them, that's good enough for me. But if I look at me personally, yes. Absolutely all the fiction, all the fantasy, all the Lord of the Rings, the Harry Potter, the Percy Jackson, all the Casey West books. Basically, if I walked back into my high school library, I'd be going right to the same section. I know right where that section is, and they better still have all my books. I'd be very deeply sad and grieving if they did not. But there's a place in this world for all the books, all the stories. There's a place in this world for your story. Even if you never write it, it deserves to be lived, it deserves to be shared. And I hope you never, never forget that.